Good morning, Twitter world, and here is another version of version two or whatever, episode two of my morning GEX Prep. All right, so what do I want to show you real quick? I want to show you what I was calling out yesterday. Yesterday, here's what I was saying is that we had a 412 resistance, 410 magnet. I think yesterday, what did we do yesterday? We hit a high. Nope, that's my weekly chart. Let's look at my daily chart. So yesterday, we hit a high 408 and a low of about 406, a low of 406, and we ended up closing out about 407.60. So yesterday, when I was talking about my chart, I said that we were break 410 can be a magnet. We never touched 410, so therefore we never went to 412. I did watch out for the 407.50 support. I said 405 was the magnet, which 405 was the magnet. But you see this little pocket right here. We couldn't get through. We couldn't get through 406, and 402.50 is the support. So what's kind of interesting about today is that when we're looking at the S&P 500 on the morning DEX, currently what's happening is we looked pretty balanced here. So it's kind of hard to decide which way we're going to go. To be honest with you, I do not know which way we're going to go, just because that we see strong gamma exposure here, or see strong gamma exposure here. So for me, in my opinion, we can go either way. I'll go into a little more detail of why we can go either way. But even with that being said, let's just call out some support and resistance that I see for the day. So I'm seeing a 412 resistance, and again a 402.50 support. So not much has changed. Not much has changed from what I was talking about. What I was talking about yesterday. So just go ahead. I'm just go ahead and mark these right here and say, okay, we still have a 412 resistance, and then we have a 402.50 support. So these are numbers that these are kind of like my max for the day. So if I were to see price break out, and I was looking to exit at any point in time, let's say I was trading a zero DTE today, I would definitely get out at these areas at 402.50 and 402.50 support, or 412 resistance, because that'd be kind of my max for the day. And I just take my money and run. And if I was swinging or doing any debit spreads or any position trades, I'd probably kind of plan for these prices to get hit at some point in time between maybe now and next week or so. But just know that these areas of support, that means that there's gamma exposure, and price will get pulled in either direction, or we can go in both directions. I mean, I've seen it happen. So this is something that I wouldn't be too surprised about. But currently, price is right in the middle of both. So I mean, there could be a chance we get pinned. We'll just see what the gamma exposure looks like when we open up. One thing I do want to share with you is that the 410 is still the strong magnet. 407 is the magnet as well. So I mean, like I said, I as of right now, it's really hard for me to say that we're going to make any kind of directional move today, just because of what the gamma structure is like. So I wouldn't do so. Here's the thing, guys. Whenever I see a setup like this, and I can't tell what I can't tell if there's gonna be any magnet today, that's typically just a sign for me to say, hey, you know what? Sit on my hands. Don't do anything. Don't take any trades. Don't force any trades. Don't try to make something out of nothing. If there is anything to show, right? And of that's the other power of using trading volatility, because when you use trading volatility, you can kind of see what the structure looks like, and say, hey, look what it looks like. The market's undecided. It looks like as of right now, we don't know what could possibly happen in the market. So you know what? Let me sit on the side and wait for a trade. And that might be sometimes that's just the best thing to do. The reason why I'm saying that as well, guys, also want to say that, hey, I put this together for my group on Discord. You can join us. We're momentum trading. I definitely go. I do talk about intraday gamma exposures, and I also break down other stocks for other gamma exposures for stocks for my members in the Discord. So I just want to drop that in there. But back to what I was talking about in the market. So here's something I want to show you guys. This is another reason why. Here's the zero DTE gamma structure. Okay, So the zero DTE gamma structure shows like, look, there's a lot of exposure on the right hand side. There's a lot of exposure on the left hand side. So to me, right now we're sitting at what, a 406 support, 407 resistance. We could possibly pin, right? But this is just structure before the morning. The reason why I want to say this, why I'm bringing this up, is because I was talking about Tesla yesterday with the morning gamma structure, and midday the structure changed in Tesla. Tesla actually had a bearish formation set up and it started to pull Tesla down. And actually, Tesla is actually following that down push right now. It's currently at 182. I will show y'all what the Tesla looks like. If you look at my video yesterday, you'll see what the gamma structure looked like in the morning, and I'll show you what the Tesla gamma structure looks like now, just to give you a heads up. Like, hey, so when you look at these gamma structure, these are fluid. So I mean, typically when I see the gamma structure for the week on the stock, I don't really see it change too often. Tesla for did change yesterday, but anyway, so as this loads up, I'll just go ahead and keep on talking about us at SPY. So you know what? So I mean, if any of these, if this side dries up, we can definitely pull to the right side. If the right exposure dries up, we definitely pull to the left side, right? But as of right now, I just see us penning between maybe pinning between 406 and 407, maybe even a pin between 405 and 407. But you know what? 405 is not a bad number to hit. Like I was talking about yesterday, if you look at the S&P, if you look at the SPY, 405 just happens to be this trend line right here. So we hit 405. It won't be unexpected. You can maybe even position trade right there and get some puts there for 405. I'd be careful with zero DTEs because 405 may not get hit to the end of the day, and you might get burned on theta all the way up until we actually hit. And even if we do hit 405, you probably won't make any money. So that's something to be aware of when you're making these plays. You might want to maybe play 405 maybe for Monday or Tuesday next week, just for safety and safety and risk and risk and hedge protection. So with that being said, I want to show y'all what Tesla looks like now, because when I was showing Tesla yesterday, we had a lot of right gamma exposure, and all of a sudden it after the morning opened up, it changed and everything moved to the left, and now we're seeing 180 acting as support. So what could happen here is that Tesla could close around 180, could maybe go down a little bit and then maybe go shoot right back up to 180. We see that I might have a challenge of getting to 185. These areas 195 and 200. I mean, to me, like they could possibly hit, but it's just a matter of one of these sides drying up in the morning. That's what it's going to take. If they don't dry up in the morning, we can see Tesla kind of maybe pending around 180 or maybe hitting 180 and possibly even bouncing back to 190. It's just a toss up right now. It's really hard to tell what could happen in the stock. I'll be 100% honest with you. So for me, I'm assuming we're going to pin until the market actually opens. I want to find something that we can maybe look at that's showing some strength this morning. Let's take a look at AMC. Okay, AMC is currently up 13% in the morning. So let's see what trading volatility is saying about AMC. And this was very interesting about trading volatility, because you know what, AMC, even though it dropped 20 some percent earlier this week, it did show this gamma structure was very different from what it was earlier this week. You see that right now it's calling for a price pin at 450. Currently, AMC is trading at 460, guys, 460. So what does that mean? So AMC is currently at the 450 mark. It's heading up for $5. There's a very good chance to hit $5. Gamma flip is $5.50. So if we see AMC push for if we see AMC push and get over 550 today, AMC is now bullish. Let's go and take a look at what 4.6 looks like. So 4.6, there's not very much interest. Actually, this is huge resistance around $5. So I'd really watch AMC around $5. If AMC happens to break $5 today, let's just see what it does and see if it continues to run. If it runs past $5 in the gamma structure doesn't change, there's a good chance that price will collapse back to $5. If this gamma structure does change in the morning, and it would be something to watch, you might watch it run. If it does hit $5, we have trouble getting above $5 today. We can see AMC possibly come back and pin at 450. A break at 450 might put it back at $4. So this is something really to pay attention to, guys. this is just my morning prep. If you want to if you want to get information, or if you want to talk to me about the intraday and what it looks like intraday, definitely join my momentum trading group, and we could talk about like we're already talking about AMC now. We can talk about AMC, and we can talk about any stock. I will break down the analysis of any stock you want, and also give you the intraday changes of the gamma structure if they change. And that's really good to know. Just remember, markets close tomorrow for Good Friday. Y'all have a good day. Get at it. Trade those options well, and I will see y'all Monday.